Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Don't Judge My Story. This is a place where real people share real stories, stories of struggle, stories of judgment, but most importantly, stories of overcoming. Sometimes society looks at someone's mistake and decides their future. But tonight, we are reminded that one moment does not define an entire life. Please join me in welcoming our guest tonight, Angela Carter. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here. We're delighted to have you. Let's get started. I'm ready. Can you tell us about the moment your life changed? It was during a challenging time. I realized I had to take control and change my path. That was the turning point that led me to where I am today. Angela, when did you find out you were pregnant? Yes, I was 16 years old when I found out I was pregnant. I remember feeling scared, confused, and ashamed. When people found out, many of them stopped believing in me. Some classmates whispered about me in the halls. Some teachers assumed I would drop out. And a few people said something that hurt the most. They said my life was over. It was. I felt like everyone had already written my story before I even had the chance to live it. I hear you. That must have been really tough. That must have been incredibly difficult for a young girl. I did drop out of school for a while after my baby was born. I struggled to balance everything, being a mother, trying to work, trying to survive. But one night, while holding my baby, I realized something. If I gave up on myself, my child would grow up believing that giving up is normal. So I made a promise that night I would go back to school. That was a powerful decision. What happened next? I went back to school, but it wasn't easy. Some people still judged me, some people doubted me. But a few teachers believed in me, and that changed everything. Those teachers helped me finish high school. After that, I decided something surprising. I wanted to become a teacher myself. Years later, after college and many sleepless nights studying while raising my child, I finally stood in my own classroom. And one day, a teenage girl came to me crying. She was pregnant and afraid her life was over. I looked at her and said something I once needed to hear. Your story is not finished. That's incredible. Why teaching? Because I wanted to be the kind of teacher who believes in students when no one else does. That is powerful, Angela. What would you say tonight to someone who feels judged for their mistakes? I would tell them this: your mistakes do not define you. Learn from them, forgive yourself, and keep moving forward. Your past is a lesson, not a life sentence. And sometimes the very thing people criticize about you becomes the thing that gives you purpose. People may judge your chapter 1, but they don't control the rest of your book. Tonight we learned something powerful. Sometimes the world sees a mistake, but inside that mistake is a story of courage, growth, and transformation. Angela Carter's story reminds us of an important truth. Never condemn someone whose story is still being written. Angela, thank you for sharing your story with us tonight. Thank you for giving me the chance to share it. And to everyone watching tonight, remember this. Before you judge someone's life, take a moment to remember you may only be seeing one page of their story. Good night, everyone.